Alright, so you might remember I had to cut the pipe for the tub spout when we were setting the tub in place. So now we gotta solder this back in with a 1/2 inch coupling. And so I've cleaned the surfaces and the inside of our coupling, and we've applied flux. So now it's a matter of piecing it together. And I brought a helper.
It's too low.
Is that too low for you?
It's too low.
Well, you know, maybe the other tub wasn't as high, so.
Yeah, it needs to go up higher, that's what I was going to say.
So we can cut this pipe a little bit shorter.
Because otherwise you're going to have, the thing comes here, the tile's going to hit, you're going to have no space for tile right underneath. It needs to be at least, don't you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. It is going to be too low. I think this tub might sit up a little higher than the previous one. All right, so I guess we'll pause the tape and we'll cut about 2 inches off. Is that, you think 2 inches would do it? 2 inches higher?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a little tubing cutter. You tighten it around the pipe where you want to cut it. There's the cutting blade right there. And you tighten it every revolution, you tighten it a little bit more. Sometimes I like to use a pair of pliers to tighten one because it gets hard to do it just by hand. Maybe 1/8 of a turn or 1/4 a turn each time. And you just keep tightening it, and it'll eventually cut its way through. So now we're going to clean the end of the pipe after we've cut the 2 inches off that we want to get rid of. This little tool is good because you can clean the inside of couplings with this end, or the outside of your tubing with this. Just a wire brush in there that does it. Also, you can sometimes use...
Where'd you get that tool, the cleaning tool?
I bought it at the Horse Depot. I have one at the other house, but I had to buy a new one because I'm not at the other house. Yeah. Sometimes sandpaper does this trick too. And sometimes there's spots where you can't get that tool in to swing it around, like in there, for instance. So the sandpaper is good. Now we got to apply a little bit of flux paste. Can you hold that? To the pieces that we're putting together. That's this right here. And
Did you get that at Home Depot?
I did.
Plumbing section?
Yeah, because I have it at the other house. So it's just a paste and a little paintbrush. We're just painting.
It's pretty. It's got pretty.
Painting that on. So I've applied flux to all the pieces that we're connecting. This piece here, after we cleaned it, the piece that Nancy's holding, and also to the inside of the coupling after I cleaned the inside of it. So now we're ready to try again, and hopefully we're at a height that'll work better. It's not on quite right. Not happy with that.
It's crooked.
No, it's only in like 1/8 of an inch. It should go halfway up. Possibly my pipe wasn't, that's a little better. But now it's going to fit up onto here. Now, it feels like it's fine and solid in there, but you can't hold it with your bare hand, because I'm going to heat up this joint with the torch. Just want to make sure it's coming out straight. Looks pretty good. So I just thought you could hold it there. I don't think it's going anywhere, but especially since I had to bang those pieces together as much as I did.
Is it in focus?
So this is the solder right here, and we're going to heat up this joint, and I'm going to touch the solder to the top and the bottom. All right, I did zoom it.
Good. Okay.
And if it's hot enough, it should suck the solder right in. And I make the rookie mistake of over soldering it, and then it starts running down and dripping, and all the real professionals mock you, but it's going to be inside of a wall and no one's going to see it. You can let go. I don't think it's coming off. All right, we'll let that dry, and we've got our tub spout back in place. Pretty good. Alright, so the tub's in place and we're about to start putting on the hardy backer, the product on which we'll be able to adhere the tiles. And I'm going to use some liquid nails, brand Project Construction Adhesive. Don't know if it's absolutely necessary, but it's easy enough. Of course, we're going to screw it in as well. I've already cut the piece to fit back here. All right, so here's our piece, and got a couple of screws already in place. Let's see. Gonna lift it up just a tad off the bottom of the off the tub. Yo era muy feliz. Dog barking.
Dad, did you go get the mail?
I sure did.
Okay. Dad, I couldn't work on the bath for the rest of the day.
Not the whole day.
Mom, can I go play?
Alright, good. So I'll run some screws down the left side, down the right side also, and that'll be good to go, at least for now. Alright, so we're putting the next board in, and I have cut it, pretty easy cut, just a little bit, shorten the board a little bit, and got the construction adhesive on the studs, got some screws into the board, marked out where the screws are going to go, and we're going to do this. Yeah, that's pretty good. The stud back there makes it jog, so I had to be careful about that because if it came straight down, I'd end up missing. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Get some along this edge and then we'll put in the final piece on that back wall. And feel like we're making good progress now. Well, we're putting on the final piece here at the shower. Piece of hardy backer. And this one's a little more complicated only because we have to cut holes for the valve and the shower faucet, spigot, whatever you call it. And but I think I'm ready to go. I'm gonna use a piece of cardboard just to shim it up slightly till I install it. Okay, I think that's all right. All right, guess I should charge the battery in this guy. Always happens, doesn't it? I can get a few more before it dies. Oh, I think that's about it. All right, so I'll do that, charge your battery, finish screwing this in, and here's the valve, it's a tub spigot, and yeah. And then this part of the job will be completed here, the tub. All right, so that's the hardy backer in.